Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug, and joining me is the one, the only, Jill Cochran.
Yay!
Look at that. Her one team, her one-sided cheering squad. It's perfect.
That's right.
That's all you need. Justin is out smuggling butts.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
You heard it here. He's smuggling butts. So be on the lookout for that. Hide your butts.
Hide your butts.
Hide your butts. He's out doing stuff, so I thought, man, who is a better guest to have on? A better co-host than none other than my wife. Last time Jill was here was, God, I don't know. Well over a year ago?
I think I come every 2 years.
That sounds about right. Our relationship is on a little bit on the rocks, but, you know, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, okay? It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Just got to tell me your needs, and I'll get you there, okay?
Okay.
All right. There we go. This is a loving marriage right
Yeah.
here. So let's kick this off with an icebreaker. Are you ready?
You know how we both love icebreakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're our favorite.
If you could be any food, what would you be and why? I can't eat nuts, so don't be anything that has nuts in it. If you could live in any fictional universe for a year, no consequences, where are you going and why?
No consequences. You point that out like that's a really important thing.
It's important if you're like, oh, I'm going
Fictional
to...
universe.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, if I exist there, I don't know, like maybe I get diarrhea. Space diarrhea if you're in Star Wars, I don't know.
Ooh, space diarrhea seems messy and uncomfortable.
Maybe if you're like, I want to go be in Wakanda, I'm like, well, you know, no consequences.
What are you implying?
What are you implying? You said it, not me.
I did not say that.
Run it back. Who
I
said
would like to go there. It seems like a
That
cool
seems like
place.
a dope-ass place,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I'm
Really
like,
cool.
it'd be really cool.
Right?
Yeah, you just have to behave like that one guy, like very polite, like
Just be like, I'm not going to say
mind your
anything
business.
ever.
Yeah. Everybody's keeping an eye on.
I'm a colonizer. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry. On behalf of my people, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Gosh, give me a couple to choose from. This is where I don't excel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What about, I don't know. We've been watching The Sandman. Would you want to go to the dream realm?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know.
No consequences. No consequences.
Well, maybe I could be the librarian. That appeals to me.
Hey, there you go. You could read everyone's
cool.
boring ass story.
I mean, you know, maybe I just DNF that one. That wasn't interesting. I'll go to the next one.
what's DNF mean?
Did not finish.
Okay. Yeah. Again, we're working on it, guys. We're working on it, okay? We're trying, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't, when I read, I read a lot of things in reality too. So I don't spend a lot of time in fictional universes.
Yeah.
And the ones I do, probably I don't want to be in.
Okay, well, how about Star Wars? Would you want to go hang out in Star Wars?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Honestly, it's like, even if you're talking like, during like episode 4 or whatever, there's barely any Jedi, and it's just massive space bureaucracy.
Right.
It's not fun.
There's nothing sexy and appealing about that.
No, it's like, cool, no. I'm doing all this, but in space.
Yeah.
Womp womp. How about the Marvel universe?
Well, there's some of that that's appealing because it seems fun, but also like chaotic, and I don't know about that. Like, I wouldn't mind being Rocket, so I could just, fuck around with people and be sarcastic. I feel like that
also
fits
be
me.
A genius mechanically. But
yeah, I don't know
cool.
that I'm a genius, but
I'm
I wouldn't mind being one.
I'm not saying you have to choose someone in the universe, but just existing in the universe.
I like his sarcasm.
Yeah.
He's fun.
It'd be nice to be like, look at this collection of people that you kind of get to hang out with, but also fucking Thanos and the Infinity Stones exists.
Yeah, that's a little scary. Really, if I could just be Belle and have the library, but not the Beast, that would be cool.
We're working on it, guys.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
That's every book girl's dream, pretty much, is the librry. Beast doesn't need to
there
be
you go. See, that's where you want to exist. No consequences.
Yeah.
I just want to be in the library from Beauty and the Beast. Fucking respect it.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
where I want to be.
I think maybe it'd be fun just to be in the Super Mario universe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't choose it.
Yeah, I didn't choose that. You're right.
You get the stars, you
I
get the
screwed up.
firepower. You can be the raccoon that turns into a statue. You could be Frog Mario. You go to the more recent stuff, which I don't know as much about, but you get the hat.
Yeah.
from Odyssey that, has
I
different
know
things.
my way around Super Bros 3, so
Yeah,
that would be
those
my
are my
jam.
references
Yeah,
for
I could
those
be your
kinds of things.
tour guide there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be fun just to see what that power-up's like, to get a star and just be like, woo! Be able to punch through blocks.
Can I just like have the P-Wing the whole time? That would be cool.
Of course, just
Yeah.
fly to wherever you want to go. Basically teleportation.
Yeah, as Mario.
And that is the best superpower.
I'm about the
we've
height as
discussed.
Mario, so I feel like that works.
Well,
I'm stealing it from you.
the height is Mario pre-mushroom or post-mushroom?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Answer it. Answer the question.
I don't think I'm as small as the smallest Mario. Do you?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Maybe?
I bet we could Google what his official height is. I'm sure Nintendo has actually...
Probably. Somebody's done the math.
Hold on.
Let's Google it.
Yeah. How tall is small Mario? Wow, yeah, you are bigger than 2'2".
Yeah, just a little bit.
This is significantly smaller than the standard Mario.
Oh, I'm bigger
who's
than
around
standard
3'3".
Mario.
Jesus, he is a little guy.
Wow.
He is-
I'm taller than all of those guys. Dry Bones, Paper Mario, Hammer Bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
So there you go.
there you go. So yeah. So now the question is, how tall is large Mario? He's huge at 5'1". Yeah, my God! It literally says 5'1". That's hilarious.
I'm only about a half inch taller than that. So
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
That's hilarious. I mean, that's what the AI overview says.
No way.
That's also what Reddit says. So that's got to be right.
God. Wait, hold on.
Luigi's 5'9".
Oh my
You're taller
God.
than Luigi.
That is hilarious. I was like, what if he was 5'1", like all the way grown up? And it's like,
I'm a
that's what
big
he is.
boy now.
So you are taller than bigger Mario.
Oh, I can put that on my
Now
resume.
here's a question: if you take that mushroom, does that then is it like exponential? Like for him, he goes from what 3'3" to 5'1". So what would that same math apply to you?
Oh, that would be cool. I would take that math. I
You'd
don't
be
care
like-
what it is.
You're like, I'm gonna go play in the WNBA, Doug. Later.
Yeah, there's people who play in the WNBA who are like 5'8",
Yeah,
5'6".
I think you would be significantly. You would
Yeah,
probably be
so
like,
I don't even have to
Brittany
hit 6
Griner,
foot.
step off my dick.
Okay, no, we're not going that far.
No, I mean, we're talking like if he goes from 3'3" to 5'1", you do the math on that, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
You apply that to you 5'2", you're going to be over 6 feet tall.
Well, that would be cool. I don't have to be
Well,
as tall
that
as
would be
Brittany
cool,
Griner, though.
I
She's so tall. She's almost 7 foot tall.
You'd be like, let's do this. And then
Yeah.
you're like, welcome to my world. I'm not fitting anywhere.
I'm just saying my desire to be taller, like I would love just any amount of inches would make me happy. I don't even
What
have
would
to
be
hit
your
6
ideal
foot.
height? Where would you want to be?
Honestly, like I would say, okay, well, are we asking in real life or for the WNBA? Because if we're just
start-
talking about just taller,
let's just start real
I'm
life.
okay with 5'6".
5'6", I think is fair. That's a fair.
I don't have
fair
a lot
assessment.
of, I'm 42. I've accepted I'm as short as I am.
Yeah.
I often tell people, like, I just hope Natalie's average height, because to me, average height for a woman would have been a great advantage to have. So.
I think based on the math, some dumb formula that I found out online, that Natalie will be between 5'3" and 5'8".
I hope she's on the higher end of
I don't
that.
think that's official. That's not super scientific. Like based on the height of the father
Right.
and the
If
the mother.
she's over 5'5", I will call it a win.
That's huge.
Yeah, because everybody in my
that's a huge, as
that's
Mario would say.
huge.
That's a huge. Woohoo!
Well, because everybody in my family is short,
Yeah.
and everybody in your family is tall. So
Average it
yeah.
out. That's
Yeah.
the way it works.
Right.
If she ends up being like 5 foot, it's like, man, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
I'll just be like, I'm sorry.
I don't know what
You got
happened.
my height and your dad's eyesight. Tough
she
break, kid.
keeps saying how like people tell her she's short. I'm like, girl, you're only in 3rd grade. You'll be in 4th
Yeah.
grade. Like shit happens, you know.
No, man. 5'5"
Watch
or
her be
higher.
like 6'6".
That would be
You're
hilarious.
like, oh my god.
She can dunk.
You're like, watch this. Dad, watch me shot put, you know? I'm like, let's go. National champion.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
No, that'd be awesome.
That's fun. Well, thank you for indulging me on that icebreaker.
Sure.
Let us know what, I gotta look at the question again so I can reference it. If you could live in a fictional universe for a year, no consequences, where are you going and why? Let us know in those comments. YouTube.com/MindGapPodcast. While you're there, support us. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and that's how you can support us. Check the link in the description to links to our Discord. Be part of the Discord family. Jill's there.
Yep.
There you go. There's a selling point. Also find links to our Patreon as well as our merch at Redbubble. All right there. YouTube.com/MindGapPodcast. Thank you.
Dun.
Well, it's so nice to have you back on here, and we joked last week after last week's episode about HR in the fictional universes and who is violating that stuff. I was telling Jill about it. She's like, cool, so when am I going to be on? I'm like, right, because we usually have you on for HR-related
I show up
things.
for mostly serious things, HR-related things.
And honestly, I'm mad that we didn't have you on for that, because I think we would have had a lot of fun with that. I think you would have been really good at that.
Good.
So for those of you who don't know, Jill is an expert in HR. I know for some people like, gross, HR. You know?
Yeah. Some people have that reaction.
You might be like,
some
hey,
of us are cool.
In relation to, the lady from Astronomer last week that Justin and I were talking about, who officially resigned.
She's not a great representation of the profession. I've never done anything like that. So
I heard a guy reference it. He goes, this was such a galvanizing moment because everyone hates wealthy people. Everyone hates corporate America, and everyone hates the HR lady.
Yeah.
It's like they look at her, he goes, she is the HR lady at every job I've ever worked at. She is,
ouch.
And there they are breaking the rules. I'm not going to get into it again. But I was just like, I'm so happy to see that, it took her a bit to be like, is there any legal recourse with my contract or anything like that? And people were like, you got to fucking go. And she's like, okay.
I mean, it's hard to come back from that. You're at the top of the HR group. It makes anyone lack confidence of anyone in that group now, because you are going to be the person they have to escalate things to. So even if they trust that person individually at a different level and a different role, it still all rolls up through there. I mean, that's why you see things happen in sports. The coach gets fired, if something goes wrong. It's the people at the top that usually have to go to kind of refresh things. So, but no, I run into a lot of people who have bad experiences with HR, and I do a lot of coaching, and I talk about the fact that I've been in HR for 20 years, and I usually tell people, you've probably had good experiences and bad experiences. I like to think I'm on the good side.
I agree. I've learned a lot from her because of that. I feel like by osmosis and stuff, I've learned a ton of stuff, and it's unfortunate because there's certain roles in the world where if someone is bad, it's really bad for everybody. HR is one of those. Yeah. And I've seen those. I've had racist HR, HR heads of HR where I'm like, hey, they're like, I don't see color. I'm like, you of all people should. That's literally your job. You have to be able to see color. For all sorts of reasons. And you're like, no, everyone looks the same. I'm like, you can't think that way. Yeah. That's so bad.
Yeah, you have to be a good representation of the company, what you're trying to do. And I think what's hard, too, is when you have bad HR, what that looks like. Yeah. When you have bad HR and how frustrating that can be. But sometimes if you have good HR, you might not know, because they might not be able to tell you everything that you would like to know. Right. So it puts HR in a hard spot, I think, to try to do right by everyone, but you can't necessarily let everyone in the company know what you did about a certain thing. Think about an employee that you've ever had a problem with. Yeah. I'm not going to come back and tell you what we did with that employee about it. Yeah, I'm not going to be like, so.
Here's what happened to Darren.
Yeah, you don't get that information, and you shouldn't, because you wouldn't want somebody to have that information about you. Yeah. So
good news, Darren is gone. Bad news, Darren has put his balls in everyone's food in the fridge for a year.
Oh boy.
So, get tested today. Use promo code HRsCool, spelled KUUL, at checkout.
That's right.
At CVS. That's our partner.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Well, Jill is more than just an HR expert. She's also a wonderful book nerd. She's also a fan of lady sports, particularly the WNBA and everything like that. So all that to say, she's a full human. With nuances. Yeah. She's not a monolith, but she is my partner, and I'm glad she's here. But particularly, I want to talk with kind of the main thing we're going to get into today is the fictional exit interview. We're going to take a look at fictional characters, and if they were to do an exit interview, what would that interview be like, and what would that kind of look like? And putting on your HR hat to be like, man, this is what this person said. What do we think's wrong with that organization? And maybe we'll do a little fun thing where I'll describe them and you can try to guess who it is.
Yeah, sure. Why
That'll
not?
be fun.
As long as it's in my wheelhouse. I think you know what's in my wheelhouse for the most part.
You should be familiar with all these.
I hope so.
But before we get started, let's talk about what makes a good real life exit interview. So kind of like defining, like, we'll start with you've been involved with exit interviews.
Yeah.
What's the real purpose of an exit interview?
It's really to get the feedback from an employee on their experience at the company. And that could be anything from their manager, their team, the benefits, what they liked, what they didn't like, what worked. The idea is to take something from it that, I like to go back to a manager and say, like, here's some things that were positive that they shared, or, things that we could look at and think about trying to improve. I've always kept them confidential, but you can kind of generally roll up themes in terms of, like, over the last quarter, here's kind of the things that I heard. So the idea, it's like filling out a survey after you go to a restaurant or somewhere, like, just, what worked, what didn't work. So it should be like a two-way conversation. I'll ask follow-up questions that, like, get more detail to understand it at a better level. So I could do something about it.
I've only done one exit interview, and it was very much a, hey man, I know why you're not staying. But I got to do this. Like, we all know why. This place sucks. We all know why.
This is a check the box exercise,
like,
Doug.
So, why are you leaving? And they're just like, and they're nodding like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. And I kept it cool, but I was like, I know we're checking the box here. Yeah. So here's a question. I don't know if you can really gauge this. How often do you think people tell the truth in an exit interview?
No, that's a good question. I do think a lot of people do want to, you always hear, like, don't burn a bridge when you're leaving a company. And
don't burn a bridge, nuke it.
And that means, like, when you give notice, like, do all those things the right way and whatever. And I think people think that applies to the exit interview. And I think that for some people, if they don't have a lot to say, they maybe are just really ready for the next opportunity, and that's a better fit for them for whatever reason. I definitely can tell when someone just doesn't want to tell me anything for whatever reason. They don't care anymore. They don't think I'll listen, whatever the reason. You can tell when, like what you described, that person already knew what you were going to say. In this scenario, it's sort of like, it's too late, I don't care, and I'm moving on, so I don't even want to go through it. I think a lot of people will do that. And it's not that they're lying, they just don't really see the point. And then there's some that go like it's a dumping ground where, and again, you can tell that right away, right when you get started, just by how they first respond, like where they're going to go. But, mostly I've had good conversations, you don't have to go in there and take a wrecking ball to everything. You can objectively give feedback, just as you would want somebody to give objective feedback about you. You should do that with the organization. I have always tried to take something from it, take it back to our HR teams, talk about what makes sense, what to implement. So I think it's worth your while. Otherwise, nothing does change, That
reminded me that I actually have done 2 exit interviews. The second one was with my boss.
Oh, that's weird.
And he was kind of passive aggressive about it.
Wow, what a shocker.
When I was giving him feedback.
I think I know which one this is.
It wouldn't be that hard to figure out. I've only had like a couple of men as my leaders, as my managers.
Yeah. Well, and interesting because most of the time people leave jobs because of managers. So the manager's like the last person that should do the exit.
Didn't seem like an objective way to give the information. And he was just like, so I leave and I go, I just feel like this wasn't a culture fit to me. And it really shocked me. He goes, I feel like if you don't give the culture a try or try to do it, then it probably won't work. Anyway, moving on. Like, he said shit like that, and I was like, hold on, no. Like,
wow, petty. That's
I was like, whatever,
petty.
I'm leaving for a 16% increase in pay.
You still remember that number.
Yeah,
that's
I remember,
impressive.
he's like, so you getting a bump? I go, yeah, 16%. 16% increase in pay. You guys are horribly underpaying me.
Yeah.
Eat my butthole. Write that down. That's B-U-T-T. Hole. Okay, so final thing when we're talking about real life exit interviews, what's the weirdest or most surprising thing you've ever heard in an exit interview?
Okay, so there's weird and then there's surprising. They're kind of, my brain went to a different direction when you said weird. I can't remember a specific, but when I think of weird, I think of like a random comment someone was hyper fixated on that they didn't like about the company. It's sort of like, of all the things, you didn't like the paint color in the office or something like that.
Yeah.
When you said weird, that's where I went. And I've definitely had some of those where you're like, okay, I mean, all feedback is feedback. I'll take it, but random thing to get hung up on.
I've never, it's not one of those things where it's like, there are no dumb questions. It's like, no, that's just weird. You know?
It's like, oh, all right.
I mean, I guess if you want, you know.
Sure. I mean, it is beige, whatever. It's boring.
Agreed.
Yeah, there were some times where you would just expect a certain thing out of their mouth, and it would be like something that way where they would just be hyper focused on something that really didn't matter in the day to day. Surprising, the one that comes to mind is it was actually somebody in a broader HR team. So, you know, in HR, sometimes you have centers of excellence, and those are usually like sort of categorized like areas of HR. And this person, having worked in HR myself, you'd think that I would have heard about this before, but they used the exit interview to let me know of like 2 discriminatory claims that they were leveraging against their manager. And I was asked to do the exit interview because I wasn't his HR person. So I wasn't HR for HR in that scenario. So it was still surprising me to learn that in the exit interview. I would not recommend waiting to that point to let anyone know that happened. So that was just a bit of a surprising thing to hear that, and then know that this might be the last time I can talk to this person and need to get as much information from them as possible because this is a manager that's still there, you know, at that time.
Right.
So yeah, that one surprised me because that was the first time that had ever happened. So
Fun.
yeah.
Well, now that we know what a real exit interview is supposed to do, let's take that and put it in a stupid situation where I'm going to pretend to be a fictional character who is doing an exit interview, and Jill is going to analyze this. So here's the first one, all right? So you ask, why are you leaving? And they say, well, I've had countless near-death experiences. I received a wound on the job that will never fully heal. I was given an incredible artifact of power without a clear job description or responsibilities. I had a team of 8 others, but someone literally tried to backstab me. So I was forced to leave, and now the work of 9 fell on 2 people.
Wow. That's profound. I have no more follow-up questions. That pretty much says it all.
Do you know who this is?
No.
The artifact of power was a ring.
Oh. Is this like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it's Frodo Baggins.
I was going to say the team of 8. I'm like, I don't know. What's a team of 8?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Elite 8.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember them. You know.
Yeah.
So he was on a team with 8 others, so it was actually 9. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, you got someone who basically Frodo was constantly getting attacked, being chased. He got stabbed by the Witch King in the shoulder. And that never fully healed. It's always cursed wound, you know? He was literally like, they're like, here's this ring. Take it to Mount Doom. And he's like, what? He's like, okay. And, you know, he volunteers to do it. But it's like, and then the ring starts corrupting people around him. And one of the guys tries to kill him. And he's like, I got to leave because all these guys are going to start like getting corrupted.
This is a toxic work environment.
Right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't really know all the details of what he's supposed to be doing. What's at stake. You know, he doesn't know how to get into Mordor.
Yeah.
And then he has to basically, you know, all the work of trying to get there now, it's just between him and Sam. And eventually Gollum, who's also a toxic workplace person. So,
right.
You know.
Yeah, this is fraught with OSHA violations.
And
I think Frodo's got some a good case for, you know, litigation.
Do you think he could sue for PTSD?
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Be like, hey, and what recommendations would you give to, like, you know, the Fellowship of the Ring? Or to the elves who are like, hey, someone's got to do this. Like, what would you say to them?
So
what sort of feedback would you give to them? You know, be like, hey, guys, I just interviewed Frodo. I think we're in trouble.
It's bad news.
If we try to do another fellowship, here's some things we got to take a look at.
All right. So don't burn me for asking this question.
Oh, not at all.
But the elves are like what? Like, are they like... no, I know who they are, but like, are they like the management in this scenario? Just help me connect it to reality.
No, that's good. That's a good question. The elves were kind of like hey, someone has to do this.
Yeah.
Right? They brought the ring to Elrond and Rivendell, and he's like, we can't do anything about this. You guys have to do this. Like,
so this is like an interdepartmental conflict.
Very much so.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Great
helps.
way of putting it. You know, I'd say the manager of the whole thing was probably Gandalf. You know, he got everyone together and he was in charge of it, and then he had a workplace accident fighting Balrog, fell into the pit. You know, fly, you fools. You know.
Yeah, so my recommendation to the elves would be that we've got some. First and foremost, we gotta clean up this relationship between the Fellowship and the elves, because we can't get anywhere if they aren't working together. And also, we need to hire more people for the Fellowship.
Amen.
Because this doesn't work.
Right.
Eight or nine people doing two people's work, that's not going to work.
Well, it's two people, because once they broke up, all of a sudden, you know, Frodo and Sam have to do.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen when you have that few people doing
How
the
many
work
of you have
nine?
dealt with burnout? You know what I mean? Where they're like, hey, half the team's going, but the work stays the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good.
We're not hiring anybody.
That's how you get a Gollum on your team, who's just like, well, we'll take him because he knows some things, but dear God, this guy is a psycho.
Yikes.
You know?
Yeah.
Coughs a lot, talks about himself in the third person. You don't want that.
No, that guy's creepy. We don't like to collaborate with that guy.
You don't want that guy.
Nope.
You got to do what you got to do, but doesn't lead to a healthy work environment. That's for sure. All
Nope.
right. Well, Frodo, we appreciate you for sharing this with us, and we'll take your
Good luck, buddy.
feedback.
Yeah.
Under
I hope you
advisement.
got more than a 16% raise.
Enjoy the boat ride to the Valarian lands. I think that's where he went. Valar. Who knows? Who cares?
Whatever
All right.
you say, I'm going to believe you, because I don't know.
All right. So you're the consultant here, right? So they call
Sure.
you in. They're like, Jill, we've got another situation here. We got to do another exit interview. So I need you to meet with this person and tell me what you think. So you're like, hello. Why are you leaving? And they go, I made one mistake doing my job, and I was injured. After the injury, my employer attempted on multiple occasions to kill me. They killed the people I loved and forced me to relocate to several places all over the world without my consent.
Is this Princess Peach?
This is not Princess Peach. It's a good guess.
Thinking about, your princess is in another castle because we moved her again.
That's good. This is Jason Bourne.
Oh God. Oh man. Yeah, he's got some things he could bring forward for
Just
sure.
made one honest
right?
mistake, right?
One mistake.
Just decided not to kill the guy that he had camped on his boat for 5 days, and then he got shot, and then he lost his memory. You know.
Yeah. So first questions first. After that mistake, did he seek counsel or guidance of any kind?
That's a great question.
In that process,
I think part of the thing was because he suffered such a horrendous injury, he didn't know who to reach out to because he literally lost his memory.
Hi, I'm HR. You could have reached out to me.
He doesn't know who HR is. Doesn't know who he is. Doesn't know he woke up in the water. He got fished out of the water by some Italian fishermen.
Does he know about his employee assistance program? Because they could tell him where to go and who to talk to first.
Yeah, I mean, he found a little noodle in his leg that had a bank account in Switzerland, so he went there.
A noodle. I love that.
A little metal noodle.
Yeah, usually HR doesn't recommend looking for noodles in your legs.
But if
usually,
they're there,
usually there's a website or an 800 number at the very least.
I wish it would have been that. It was like 1-800, you know.
USAA-EAP or something.
Spy HR. You know.
Spy HR. Yeah. That's a good place to start is, did you seek any guidance or,
I'd
support?
say due to the workplace injury, he couldn't do it because he didn't know. Because he literally didn't know. When he went and opened up his little safety deposit box, he got a boatload of money, a bunch of passports, and a gun. And he's like, I don't know what to do from here. And then people just started attacking him. Start going after him.
Yeah.
As he's trying to figure out who he is. I would say the burden is on the organization to touch base with him.
I would agree. So we're talking to him though, at the exit.
That's
so
true.
my first question is,
True.
did
Fair
you do
enough.
this back at that time?
He's like, nah.
Okay.
I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I lived.
If I'm really being HR, I'm hoping at this point I know something about what's going on. And yes, I've reached out to be like, do you know about this Jason Bourne guy? We can't find him and he keeps disappearing. Like, what's going on with that? I would have been asking questions. This shouldn't be new information when I'm meeting Jason
100%.
Bourne in the exit interview. If it's all new,
but
then
you're a consultant for the Treadstone program and Blackbriar and all that sort of stuff. They're going to keep you don't have. You
If
don't
I'm
have
a
security
consultant,
clearance.
sorry, I forgot that detail.
Yeah.
I'm taking a lot of notes and I'm keeping a poker face.
Yeah, and they tell you,
being like-
hey, no notes in this interview. All right, because this one's highly classified.
No, it's not happening.
Highly classified.
You can classify my notes then. Like, what if it's that classified? Then
But
you're not hiring
I could
me.
just say unclassified, and then they're unclassified. That's how Trump does it, right?
You can't triple stamp, double stamp.
Yeah, you know what? You got me there. That's HR 101 right there. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, you know?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so what's next with this sort of thing? So you're like, all right, so first thing he asks is like, could you ask for help? And he's like, I didn't know who I was. What would you then go
I
from there?
didn't know who I was. All right. At what point did you figure out who you were? Then what did you do?
It was like at that point, I figured out who I was, and I realized that the government was trying to kill me.
And now I'm
My
worried for my
bosses-
own life as an HR consultant.
My
that was
bosses
hired.
were trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Like my boss sent people to kill me. All my
Yeah.
coworkers came after me.
Yeah.
And I killed them in turn. I have blood on my hands. I want to be left alone.
I would like to be left alone, please. Well, then now I'm reading her contract to see
Fair
if,
enough.
like, at what point are you able to.
My name's not Jason Bourne. It's
Run
actually
away.
David Webb.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
Please don't.
Yeah, I would be looking at the documents and seeing, what else that he's allowed to do, assuming that the government hired me in this case to take the notes. I don't think they would do that if they were going to make it classified. And if it was classified, then I'm part of that entity too, right?
Right,
So,
I guess.
but I could still be objective in that in that situation. So I need to take some learnings from it. So give them some learnings, which is, maybe don't try to kill your coworkers. It's kind of a bad move.
But what if they try to kill you first?
Me, the HR person, or Jason?
Jason.
Well, so what are you asking me though?
I'm
Are you
just saying.
asking
You're saying don't kill your coworkers, but they try to kill him first. What are you supposed to do? Not
right?
do
But
it?
it's all done now. The exit interview, you're done.
Yeah.
This is it.
I'm leaving because
yes.
this place sucks.
You're alive
This is
and
a
you're
hostile
leaving.
work environment.
So we're trying to get out of this. Is how do we not repeat
Really,
our
what he's
mistakes?
doing is like, you are at the gates of heaven because he's dead. Remember? Because he dies.
No, he's not.
He's dead.
No,
You're like,
he
tell
lives.
me about your life, Jason. How many people did you kill?
Doug's wrong. He
Why did you
lives.
go back into that building? Why? You should have just left. You had everything you need.
He got out. He landed in the East River. And
Obviously,
he lived.
because then
He
there
swims
was
away.
Jason Bourne, the movie, which is
It doesn't even matter that
what a
someone.
boring movie.
I'm not even going to use that for my argument. My argument
You
is
shouldn't.
he's Jason
Don't
Bourne.
use that. Don't use that for anything. It's a
Just
forgettable
because
movie.
they made more movies doesn't
I
mean
watched
shit.
it because we bought it as a pack, and I was like, I didn't watch it for years, and I finally did. I'm like, God, this movie
didn't watch it.
not worth it at all.
Did I watch it? I don't know.
No,
You would remember.
I watched it on my own, and I was like, don't
Okay.
do it.
He
Don't
still
do it.
lives though.
So, what feedback would you give to the government about this?
I mean, it would probably be about a 50-page document of what not to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, when an employee makes a mistake, let's not send coworkers after them to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
If people are struggling, here's the signs that someone might be struggling and maybe needs some help, and not assassins sent
If
after
they
them.
don't get back to you right away, don't try to kill them.
Right. See if they're okay. When I've had experiences where I could not locate employees,
Yes, you have.
I first try to get a hold of them multiple ways, and if that fails over the course of a day or two, depends on the situation, I will reach out to their emergency contacts to see if I can locate you. I have found employees in hospitals who have had emergencies, so you got to locate them and find out what's going on.
I found them in
You
cat
don't-
houses.
You don't send out an assassin before you try to find them on your own.
Doesn't matter what the situation is. You got to check in with them.
You got to check in.
I think that's fair. That's a
Right.
good takeaway from that. All right, let's move on to our next one. So you get called in. You're the consultant. You're like, next job, man. Work. It's feast or famine right now. You're feasting out there in this consulting world. So here's your next one. Like, hey, so what brings you in today? Like, I thought something was off, so I took some medication from a coworker. They told me it would help address the issue. This led me to being endlessly pursued and physically attacked. I was also forcibly promoted to the position of the one, something that I didn't want and wasn't qualified for. I just wanted to be a guy.
I'm still hung up on that. Took medication from a coworker.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Yeah. We never do that. That's not okay.
Don't take.
Don't share your medications.
Yeah.
Don't take medications. Wow. So again,
Do you know who this is?
No.
This is Neo from the Matrix.
Oh, I was like, the one should have probably given me some kind of.
Yeah, he was given a pill.
Well, okay. I would say that's a little different. He did take it voluntarily.
He did, but
he got to choose.
But he was, let's face it, he was coerced into taking that. He's like, something's wrong with this world. He's like, you know there's something wrong, right? Well, here's the thing. You can take this one. He didn't tell him what it would do.
No.
He's like, this one, you'll go back to normal, everything's fine. But
Yeah.
you take this.
But the way you
see
set
how
this
far
up,
it goes.
it sounded like a date rape drug at first. I was like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. It's like, coworker was like, well, take this and you'll know the truth. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, whoop.
All right,
Like,
let's
he's
go.
the one. He's like, I just want to live, man.
I just want to live my
I just
life.
want to be the dude, I just want to be a guy. That's all I want to be.
Yeah. Whew. So
I like where we're starting.
Whew.
Don't take pills from your coworkers.
Don't share medications. Bad idea. Or pills or whatever otherwise.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. All right. So the medication, is that what we're calling it?
Sure.
The drug.
Pills.
The pills. The pills turned him, well, not turned him into the one, but through that he found out he was the one. He didn't want this job.
Well, it was told, you are the one. They
Yeah.
told him that. And he was like, he didn't want to be the one. So
No.
they basically promoted him to like CEO.
Yeah.
Or at least some sort of executive vice president. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
not fit to do this.
Yeah, but did they pay him? I mean, that's one question. Did they pay you? Because like, if you don't want the job, at least make sure you're getting paid for the job.
I mean, they guilted him into it. They're like,
Yeah.
you're our savior. You're the reason why we're going to survive as a company.
Yeah.
Without you, we won't be able to keep our $1 billion status. And that would be so sad
It would be so
if we
sad.
couldn't do that.
It would
We
hurt.
got that B. We got to keep that B.
Gotta keep that B. Yep.
Keep that B.
So again, you might notice a theme here is, so then that happens. What did you do next? And it's not to like see if somebody has failed at doing something. It's to understand what steps did they take and did those steps fail them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so they think that you're the savior. They're forcing you into this situation. You don't want it. Who did you talk to about it? Did you go to anybody? Did you have any conversations? What did they say? Because you're looking to know, did you have steps you could have taken? You didn't take them, and now you're telling me now? Well, too little, too late.
What if he felt like he couldn't say anything?
Again, that's why there's HR, though.
Yeah. There's HR and Zion.
There's HR at the Coldplay concert that you can trust.
HR you can trust at a Coldplay concert.
No, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for, I think sometimes when I've had these in real life to ask people, like, what steps do you take? It's not to say, like, oh, you didn't do something so that you deserve this.
You're like, I just got to know.
No, you just need to know. I need to know what I'm working from. Am I working from, like, every step failed you, or you didn't say anything so we also didn't have a chance to do anything?
Or you didn't say anything because you felt threatened, and that's a completely different situation.
These are all
we gotta
things
deal
that are
with.
possibilities, but I have to first know, like, did you raise this with someone? Because now we're starting to see how it failed at every level or not.
I would argue that he probably was like, he didn't want it, but then they were like, but you got to save.
It's a lot of pressure.
You got to save Morpheus. He got taken by the agents. And so he goes and he does that and he can do things and he feels pressure to keep doing it because he's saving people. And then he comes home. They're like, Neo's home.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the guy. And I think he felt like he couldn't say no.
Right. Yeah. I think that's really relatable in the business world.
I was going to be like, do we want to go down that road for jokes or otherwise? I don't think so.
I mean, it kind of what some of you're saying is stuff I've heard before in real life.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you got to decide whether or not it's for you. People can make you think that you've got the world on your shoulders, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. And I would argue if they think he's the one, that there'll be another one. You know?
And you know what? That's canonically true.
Yeah.
There's always another one.
Yeah. It might take couple years, 100 years,
couple generations.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about the relationship with like I'm thinking about Sandman in terms of am I spoiling things? Spoiler alert.
Fuck you guys. Say it.
You're
talking about Sandman. Let's talk.
Well, the like dream vortex was supposed to be her grandmother, right?
Yeah.
I was like, not great, just her grandmother. Yeah. So like, but another dream vortex came along.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
right.
maybe Neo was the one right now, but you have to wait a little longer for.
Or he could just
new one.
Follow the program and sacrificed his code, reset everything, and then it starts the process all over again. If you wanted to do that,
I've heard that if you unplug it and plug it back in, that works.
Tell that to Xfinity and our internet. That's all I got to say to
9
that.
out of 10 times, it works every time.
You got to do the Nintendo blow on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Got to clear that dust out of there.
Got to do it.
Yep.
All right. Here's our next one. Okay. You get consulted. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I'm just always on edge. Like, what's the next one going to be?
This is a good relationship, I promise. All right.
Do you see me flinch?
She's like staring, like, give it to me. What do you got? All right. I was hired to break stuff. Then I was called toxic by my coworkers and purposely excluded from extracurricular work events. I'm good at my job, and I just want to do it without other people making me feel bad.
Aw. Is it Wreck-It Ralph?
It is Wreck-It Ralph.
Aw, poor Wreck-It Ralph. Thanks.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was treated like shit.
He really was.
He's like,
they did Ralph dirty. The people in that building were rude.
They were so mean to him. They're like, he's the villain. He's like, this is my job, man.
Yeah.
I'm a cool dude. Like,
I've kind of had exit interviews like this where it's like, you didn't deserve that.
Man.
But I really can't say that in the moment.
You say it with your eyes.
I will, sometimes I have to tell people that I'm, sorry that they went through that or whatever. I demonstrate empathy. But the purpose of the exit interview is really, again, about gathering information. Mm-hmm. And that's where these are hard, I think, is where you want to say something very explicit like, that shouldn't have happened. You can't really say that. Because I'm just talking to one person, and I believe what they're saying, but I also need to talk to other people. Yeah. And that's the case with any kind of employee relations cases, whatever. Like, you can't say a whole lot because you haven't investigated the whole story yet.
Right.
So I've definitely had those where people probably felt a little bit like Ralph, like, gee, nobody likes me. Guess I'll just go sleep in the garbage.
Right? Yeah, that guy literally, he didn't have anything.
I know.
He had his little pile of bricks.
Right.
And everyone was having that party and he showed up. They're like, why is Ralph here?
I mean, his name is in the game.
He's the star of the game.
Right?
Well, technically
he should be, though.
He's like
it was
Donkey Kong,
named after him.
Yeah, but it's like Donkey Kong, right? Like Donkey Kong was the guy throwing the barrels.
They could have called it Fix It Felix, but they didn't.
That's true. Wait, actually, they did call it Fix It Felix.
Did they?
The name of the movie was Wreck-It Ralph. My bad.
Oh, well.
Like,
well, shit. We just fucked that up.
I'm going to fix it. But it's like, he had his role to play. It's like, I don't know, HR in real life. We're like, hey, man, I got to let you, I'm the one here to let you know you got to go. You got to go. And
everyone has their role to play.
Everyone has their role. I mean, managers who sometimes have to be like, hey, man, you got to cut 15 people from your department.
Right.
And like, this guy, he's got to go.
Yeah, so if Ralph is telling me like, hey, I got hired to break things, but it makes it so nobody likes me, basically, and I don't get invited to things. So then the conversation with, because there's a couple of things happening. There's a conversation with the person in the exit interview, but then there's the follow-ups as well. What are you going to do next?
Yeah.
So with the person at hand, you're always asking questions to understand more of the story. So he hired to break things, but nobody likes him, doesn't invite him to anything. Again, does he bring it up to his manager? Who's even his manager? I'm not even really sure. Is it Felix?
Video game god?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe he finds himself at an event and he's treated poorly, right? Like, so we explore that. And afterwards, the conversation with the video game god is like, hey, so we hired this person to do their job. They were good at it. They broke the stuff you hired them to break. Why did you bring this person on board but then alienate them from the rest of the group? That's what happened. And how do we now look at, we got to hire somebody else to break shit, right? Who's breaking shit now? Yeah. So we got to replace that person. How are we going to make sure that person feels included after they're breaking shit, hopefully successfully?
It's a cultural issue,
right?
What it seems like to me.
Right. Because, actually a lot of this, I hadn't said this yet, is about not only improving things internally, but like in most cases, you're probably backfilling that role. So you need to know what will you learn out of that will help you hire somebody who can handle that situation again, because you're still gonna have to break stuff. So if they aren't great at breaking things or don't want to be in a position where they are the one breaking things, then they're probably not a good fit for the job, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So you need to understand how that helps you decide who comes into the role next, and that there's a framework involved to make sure that person's successful. So we're going to hire someone to break some stuff, but you still need to invite them to all the events.
It seems like this is a misalignment between role and perception.
Yeah.
Is what this is.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Clean your shit up. All right.
Yeah.
I got one more quick one, and then we're going to move on to the game. Here is what they say in the exit interview. I watched my coworkers die twice.
Damn.
My boss was a fascist, and I was publicly shamed by a game show host.
What is this?
This is Katniss Everdeen from Hunger Games.
I'm like, what is this? I'm like, is this real life? Is this something with the government now? I don't know.
Jesus, all this sounds.
I'm like, it's not a game show. It's a late night host.
Right. Yeah.
All right, say it again.
So I watched my coworkers die twice. She was in the Hunger Games twice, the competition twice. My boss is a fascist, totally true.
Right.
Forgot his name, but and I was publicly shamed by a game show host, which is also very true.
Right. Wow, that's that's tough.
Yeah.
So what do you do in your next role? Are you going into a role where you're not going to see your coworkers die? Is that the expectation?
That would be ideal. I don't like being forced to kill my coworkers, You know,
because like some of this, like Neo didn't know what he was getting into at all, right? But like Wreck-It Ralph knew he was being hired to break stuff. Katniss Everdeen, like it or not, knew that she was maybe going to, we all knew she'd see people die, right? So like some of that, I'm not really spending time on because those were part of the things that you expected coming in.
I might be like, how old are you? You're a child? This seems problematic.
Well, that's a whole other thing because we're talking about a fictional universe, but we're trying to put realistic rules on it, which is why this is hard for me to answer some of this stuff because it's all pretend anyway.
It's fun for me to watch you try to answer this, because these are all children in these games.
Right. Like, so I'm not touching that because I'm assuming if we're in the fictional universe, like that's also
no consequences.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't choose Hunger Games. That's for sure. No thanks. Nope. Yeah, so I would focus on like, all right, so those, I'm not going to even talk about that because that's part of the framework that's expected, right? But then, perhaps, I think perhaps spoiler alert, is being tricked into doing it again, essentially.
Yeah, because she didn't have a choice in that.
Having the rules change that she had to do it again, I think that's worth exploring and being like, that's not what we expected to do. That's so not cool at all. How did that happen? Who's behind that? And why did we allow for that to happen? Those aren't even questions I would ask Katniss. That's a management failure that I already know exists. Right. So I would probably just
if you're being hired as a consultant for a fascist government, then
I would want to know how they got my number because
like, I don't need to feast that bad. I'm good.
No, that's one of those emails you just go delete. Also, I will find another way to pay the bills.
Small note: there was a love triangle between Gale and Peeta as well, so that doesn't make for a very good work environment either.
No, it doesn't. And look, some employment areas are okay with that. Some are not.
Looking at you, astronomer. Keep it up.
I have worked
You're a household name now. That's the public. That's your response. Hey, at least everyone knows who we are. Hey, silver lining. You got it. Right.
Some companies don't necessarily frown upon personal relationships in the workplace. So it all depends on what your rules are wherever you work. That's all I'm saying. I have worked in places where that was completely okay.
Yeah.
Which was weird to me because the place I came from prior to that was really not okay. Yeah. So
it was a diddling zone where you were.
It was. But weirdly, that never caused any employment issues. I had plenty of other things to do there, but that never really came up as a...
Well, God bless them. They figured that part out.
I appreciated that they kept their personal business. They were able
to shit where they ate.
don't need to know who's doing what to whom. Just don't bring it to work. That's all I care about.
That's right.
So thanks for that.
Excellent job.
Thanks.
I'm so impressed with you dealing with these dumb situations and giving it the old college try. Well done.
It's hard for me because I'm a very realistic person, and I just want to be like, well, Doug, this can never happen.
I'm
like,
practical,
stop it.
But I'm silly.
Yeah, so. You're practical, but you're also kind of evil. You want to make me squirm
very silly.
Make me figure these things out.
It's content, baby. All right, time to move on to our game section. I'm doing something very special for Jill, never done before. This is called Quote or Not WNBA edition.
Ooh.
So Jill is a big fan of the WNBA. Jill, who's your favorite team?
Not. Okay. Who's my favorite team?
Yeah.
New York Liberty.
And it is Sabrina Ionescu on there.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Ionescu.
Love her.
If you could say anything to Sabrina Ionescu right now, what would you say?
I would say, you're awesome. Keep shooting that three.
Keep shooting that three. All right, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to read you a quote, and you have to tell me if it's real or fake.
Real or fake, anybody could have said it. You're not going to say that, some commentator said it or whatever. You're just going to say.
These are all players.
Okay.
So if it's
context
real,
is important.
If it's real, bonus points if you can tell me who said it.
Okay.
All right.
I will try.
Here's your first one. I don't play for the fame. I play for the legacy.
An WNBA player said this.
Maybe or maybe not. I don't play for the fame. I play for the legacy.
I'm going to say fake.
Unfortunately, it's real. Asia Wilson said this.
Oh, you know what? I respect that.
Hell yeah.
I love her. She's
right.
amazing.
All right. Good start. Here we go. I'm not just here to score points. I'm here to change the game.
Ooh.
Is that real or fake?
I don't know. I think I'm going to be really bad at this.
Here's the thing. It's probably going to be hard to tell because they're kind of like...
I know. Like the legacy thing, like once I knew who said it, I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think she actually recently said that now that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
I'm not just here to score points. I'm here to change the game.
I'm going to say it's real.
All right. You are correct. It is real. Who said it?
Angel Reese.
No. Brianna Stewart.
Okay. I like her too. She's on the Liberty.
All right. Click the tongue. All right, here we go. Number 3. If they want smoke, we'll bring the whole grill.
Ooh, I like this one. I like it.
That a lot too.
Okay, I'm going to say it's real, and I'm going to guess a couple people.
Okay.
Sid Colson, Courtney Williams, Tiffany Hayes, maybe.
Okay, you're so close. It's not real.
I like that though. They're kind of silly people. Tiffany's a little bit more like, but yeah.
I like that.
That'd be fun.
If they want smoke, we'll bring the whole ass grill. I had the ass part. That's good. Gotta add the ass.
Gotta add the ass.
All right, next one. You can't guard me, but you can try if you want to embarrass yourself.
Dang, that's
right?
some cold lotion.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's not real, but it's so cold it makes me think maybe it is. I'm going to say it's real.
It is real.
Oh.
Who said it? I don't know who this person is.
You don't know who this person is. You can't guard me. What was it again? Sorry.
You can't guard me, but you can try if you want to embarrass yourself.
Dang. Alyssa Thomas, Tina Charles. No, neither. Who said it?
Diamond DeShields.
Oh.
She
Okay.
goes, oh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know she said that. I like it though.
All right. Basketball is my second job. My first is inspiring people.
That's. I'm afraid to say.
Look at her. She's like.
That is so corny.
I'm
afraid that it's real and that someone I like said it. I'm going to say it's real.
Okay. Who
Did
said
Angel
it?
Reese say that?
It was Sabrina Niski.
Oh, no!
Just kidding. It's fake.
Oh, you said
It's fake.
Wow. All right. You all just got to see where Doug excels at pissing me off and making me laugh at the same time. You don't know the rage that happens in that moment.
Because I know we both agree it was the funniest thing to say in the moment. And I mean nothing by it. So.
Oh, like
so good.
My face started to turn green, but then the Hulk was like, "No, it's okay.
We're good.
You
we're good
son
here.
of a bitch."
All right, here we go. I do my best work when everyone doubts me.
Oh, that sounds like Mamba mentality.
Ooh.
But he didn't play in the WNBA, so it wasn't him. But it might have been somebody who's like him.
Yeah.
Jewel Lloyd. So I'm saying real.
It is real. I've never heard of this person.
So it's not Jewel Lloyd.
Nope. I also don't know who Jewel Lloyd is.
She used to play for the Seattle Storm. Now she plays for the Aces. Okay. I'm saying it's real, so I think I got that right. Agumake.
Agumake. Thank you for helping me with that.
Yeah, she plays for Seattle now.
There we go.
She's also the president of the Players Association. So you just learned something, y'all.
Get it. NECA. Dang it, I got it wrong.
That's close.
Terrible job by me. All right, here we go. I can hit a 3 with one hand while texting my mom.
Damn.
That's
some confidence.
Damn.
Like, I feel like Caitlin Clark believes that, but I don't think she said that. So I'm going to say it's fake.
It is fake.
All right.
It is fake.
Yeah.
Good job.
I think plenty of people think that who are in the league. And they should. If you play at this level, you got to think that.
You got to believe that shit.
Right. You got to keep your edge.
Here we go. Here's the next one. They said we were too emotional. Turns out emotion wins championships.
Ooh, that's kind of a good one. I feel like it's real, and I'm going to say it's somebody from the New York Liberty.
It's fake.
Terrible at this.
It is fake.
Okay.
All right, here's our pentultimate one. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I step on the court, I remind them why I'm here.
That sounds like something a player would say. What? Why are you looking at me like
So are you saying
it's real?
It's real. I just want to put it out in your mind.
I'm like, it's real. This sounds like a good player comment. Is it someone you know?
Yes.
Say it one more time.
Every time I step on the court, I remind them why I'm here.
Why I'm here. I keep guessing Angel Reese because I think you're gonna have one from her. Caitlin Clark. I don't know.
NECA.
Damn it.
NECA said it again.
All right.
What's her last name again?
Ogumake.
Agumake. Yeah, the OGWU does. Yeah, that throws me off.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, but
once you know, you know.
you know.
Right.
And I don't know, so I don't know.
Now you know.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Last one. Here we go. I don't do flopping. I do finishing.
Oh, that's cold. I like that one.
Right.
I'm going to guess true.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Serena said it.
No, it's fake, but I say it.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't do flopping. I do finishing.
I think that's good. I think somebody should say that. There's a lot of flapping that happens.
That's pretty cool. I like.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, some of these I was like,
Some of them were like really corny.
They're a little corny, but some of them you're
cringy.
like, damn,
But
that's
you
good.
know, sometimes in the world of social media, we see and hear a lot more from athletes now than ever before.
Right.
For better or for worse.
Right.
So like, I don't know. Like I follow commentators, I follow players, so I thought maybe you would say something that I've heard. I think the one from Asia is the only one that after you told me, I was like, I feel like she just said that.
Yeah.
But the other ones I've never heard. So.
But they fit now that you know it. You're like, yeah, they'd probably say
Yeah,
that.
it fits with what I know about them as players.
Now, here's the thing. Everything I said was real was fake, and everything I said was fake was real. Just kidding.
I've already forgotten what's
Like,
real
I don't
and
even
fake.
know.
It doesn't even
I don't even
matter.
know.
We talked about the WNBA, so
I
I'm
don't
happy.
even know where I live. I'm Jason Bourne. Cool. We did it. Great job. High five.
Woo!
All right. Before we close out the show, it's recommendation time.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to recommend to these sweet peepees out here?
Of course.
Movies,
Always.
books, music, anything. What do you got?
Okay. So let's start with like shows. I'll just say like TV in
Okay,
general.
whatever, yeah.
We're watching Sandman.
Yeah, we are.
And it's really good. So you should watch
She
it.
finished season 1. Pretty good. We're about to start season 2.
Very happy
I haven't
with it.
seen the back half of season 2, so I'm very excited to watch that.
Yes. I'm enjoying that a lot. And that's coming from someone who's never really read anything like that.
And
I
we do
don't
have to
read a lot of
say,
stuff like that.
controversy
Yeah.
aside, separating art from artist,
Yeah.
kind of have to do that because the allegations are gross. But
Right.
it's a good show.
Yeah, I do have a hard time separating that sometimes.
Yeah.
So that I just started watching. It's either called Q or Department Q. I should know.
Yeah.
Is it
I'm
Department
familiar.
Q?
I don't know.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I love a good detective show. I'm a
do.
sucker for that.
Yeah.
So I like that so far. And then books. Okay, I have 2 because
All right.
it can never be one. It can never be one. I recently read a thriller called Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. If you like thrillers, you like anything with short chapters, like it keeps you like, it's really easy to be like, I'm just going to read like for 15 minutes and then stay up for like another hour reading. Not that happened to me or anything. And then the other one is called This Dog Will Change Your Life. And it is by the gentleman who runs the Doggist on Instagram. I know his first name is Elias. I can't remember. Weissman. There's another part of his name in there. I think he's got like a middle name.
De
in there,
Weissman.
something. But yeah, if you follow the Doggist, you should check out that book. If you like dogs, check out the book. So good.
Check out the book.
Check it out.
The
It's a
book.
good
Check out
heartwarming
the book at the library.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little song.
Yeah.
I'd like to recommend Fantastic Four: First Steps, available now in theaters. It's the newest Marvel movie. Really enjoyed it. After years of really bad Fantastic Four films from Fox, like early on, just garbage stuff, not good at all. I was really kind of hesitant when this came out, especially the style is very unique. It's like 60s vibe, but fantastic casting for the actors. It was really good. It was I don't know, it had really good vibes. It reminded me a little bit of Superman vibes of just like good people doing good things, and really need that right now in my life.
Right.
Watching that kind of content.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I recommend it. I think it's fun, and it got me excited. I'm getting more and more excited for the next potential Avengers movie. So, which I'm looking forward to, which is super fun. Well, Joe, before we close out, anything you want to promote for yourself, or anything you want people to find you? It's okay if you say no.
No, I'm good.
Cool.
I don't really do my Bookstagram anymore, but I'm always down to talk books.
Do you want to offer your HR services to the masses if anyone needs any help?
Sure. Yeah. If you want some coaching, you want some help in the job search process, I do career coaching. If you are an organization that doesn't have problems like we talked about on today's podcast, I can also be available as an HR consultant.
That's right.
I prefer not to go through the problems that we just talked about, though.
That's right. So. Yeah. So hit me up and I'll hit you up. All right.
That's right.
I'm her manager. Get to me, and I'll get you.
That's right.
Details. So, well, with that, let's just close out with the normal. Hey, thank you so much for being here. As always, check us out, youtube.com/mindgappodcast. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's free. Leave a comment about any of the fictional interviews we did. Let us know if you got any of the WNBA quotes correct or not. Hit us up in that comments. Boost that algorithm. Let us know. Let them know that we're cool and we can get our eyes in front of more places. Speaking of, share us wherever you're doing this. When you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to it on any and all podcasts, rate and review, share it around, let people know that we exist. We'd really greatly appreciate it. Also, be sure to check the link in the description for links to our Discord. Be part of the family. Hang out with us. I hosted a tabletop simulator game the other night with some friends in the pod, friends in the Discord. Had a really good time playing Machikoro. If you don't know what that is, fuck you. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. So join the Discord. Find links to our Patreon and our merch in the description as well. And with that, I'll say, Jill, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll say, listeners, viewers, thank you. And you all have a dandy fucking week.
Woo!
Mind Gap Podcast.